in April with them, and so it should be. You'll definitely be hearing. You'll be hearing about it for sure.
Okay.
Omega-6 Healing Cream is called, Robert. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Great,
Will I see you at the
wonderful. Thank
convention?
you.
I'll see you at the convention.
Sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good
sir.
deal.
We'll see
good
you there.
deal.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care, man. Convention
bye.
in Ontario, California, not this week, but next week, and I'll be there. If you guys are, if anybody listening is going to be in Ontario at the Longevity Convention, please make sure you tap me on the shoulder and say hello. Okay, Sherry in Texas, what's up? Welcome to the bright side.
Hey, sir, how are you doing?
Doing good. What's going on?
Yeah, so I've been on a long journey working to address a liver problem and dirty blood
Okay.
in the form of vasculitis.
Okay.
So I've identified several foods that I've eliminated. So I have a two-part question.
Sure.
One, I found that I had a problem with milk. Does that mean I need to stop doing butter?
Butter usually is...
Any general advice on the vasculitis?
Yeah, you're not going to have... I can't answer your question about butter. I can tell you most people don't have a problem with butter, but you're going to have to see how you do. And that's one of the cool things about identifying a food problem. You get to eat your favorite food all day long to see how you feel. Now, it might not be such a good thing if it's a problem food, because then you're going to pay for it at the end of the day, but at least you'll know, and you'll have a day of eating your favorite food. So spend a day eating just butter. Butter, 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 butter. See what happens. And you'll know more. You'll be able to tell me if it's a problem. So many times, the person who's suffering from the illness is the teacher for the person who's helping the person suffer from the illness. So you're going to be my teacher here. You're going to tell me how it works for you, and I'll learn. And then as far as vasculitis goes, the most important part of vasculitis is the itis. Like I was talking to the gentleman earlier about his father-in-law, the most important part of macular degeneration, most important part of the term macular degeneration is degeneration. The most important part of the term vasculitis is the itis. That's the inflammation part. So your body is inflaming. It doesn't matter that it's the blood vessels from a reversal standpoint. It matters that it's the blood vessels from the effects, obviously, but from a reversal standpoint, it doesn't matter whether the inflammation is in the blood vessels or in the joints or in the brain or anywhere else. It's an inflammatory problem. Inflammation means defense. This is how simple it is. Before we went to break, I said, if you can't explain something to a 6-year-old, then you didn't understand it yourself. And I'm not implying that you're a 6-year-old by any means, but I just want to show you how simple this is. Inflammation is defense. Okay? Are you with me? Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay, Sherry? It sounds like you're multitasking there. That's okay. I'll go quick here. I'll go quick because it's so simple. Inflammation is defense. Okay? Inflammation is immunity. Immunity is defense. Defense means there's an offending agent. All you got to do is figure out what that offending agent is. It's as simple as that. And you don't need an allergy test. You don't need a doctor to tell you. You can do it yourself. And ultimately, that's the coolest thing about what I call the bright side philosophy is we can do it ourselves. So something is getting into your system that's causing a defensive response, Sherry. You got to figure out what that is. And by the way, a lack of nutrition can also trigger a defensive response. So, of course, you got to make sure you're doing your mighty 90. A lack of oxygen can cause a defensive response. So you got to make sure you're breathing correctly. And then all of the toxins that come in through the digestive system. Sugar is a toxin. That has to be reduced. So basically, you're looking at the mighty 90 essential nutrients, which is the healthy start pack. You're looking at deep breathing techniques, blowing off carbon dioxide as well as other toxins, and slowing down the body through the whole respiratory process, making sure you're inhaling slowly and then exhaling slowly. And then third, eliminating toxicity through blowing out in respiration, through effective bowel movements, as well as through not putting in the toxins in the first place, especially through the digestive system. Okay? And then also you could do things like probiotics to support the digestive system as well. Glutamine powder we talked about, cartilage, bone soup, glucosamine. Cartilage, anything with cartilage is going to support digestive health. That's where you should be focusing on, my dear, digestive health.
Okay. And just for any listeners out there, I had a great success with hair loss by adding in very high amounts of fermented cod liver oil.
Fermented cod liver oil? Where'd you get that?
I think it's Green Pastures. They do fermented cod and fermented skate liver oil, and about 20 capsules of those completely took away.
Wow.
My 20 capsules a day completely took away the hair loss.
Did you notice any other improvements in any other health symptoms when you did that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, skin, obviously, and it actually helped with processing carbohydrates a little bit. So I was able to go from absolutely no plant items to being able to do my juices again.
That's awesome. That's the the bacteria, the bacteria in the gut. Everything you're telling me sounds like sounds like you want to be focusing on the digestive system, and I'm going to look into that fermented cod liver oil. I appreciate you telling me that.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff. I'd suggest getting the capsules instead of the jar.
Okay.
Tastes better.
Because it probably tastes awful. Yeah, fermented fish is it's a delicacy in Scandinavian countries. It never sounded good to me, but apparently you had some success. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck, Sherry. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see. Got a couple more minutes to talk to you. Let's go to RC in California. What's up, RC? How you doing, buddy? Got about a minute,
Great,
bro.
Ben. I do a shout-out to you. Ever since I started listening to you and following your program, I had a hiatal hernia. It's gone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a whole bunch of things. You've helped me with my aunt, her UTIs and all that.
I appreciate it. I think you and I have been talking for a long time, RC. You're in Santa Cruz, right?
Well, Monterey Peninsula.
Monterey. Yeah, so you and I have been talking for years, no? Hasn't been a long time.
Yeah, and a lot of success, and you're a godsend to millions and millions of people.
Well, praise God. I don't know. I hope I am. I don't know if that's true.
You are.
RC, ask me something. I got about 30 seconds. There's the music, bro. What's up?
Went to D.C. February 18th, and it was so darn cold, and on the plane ride, I feel like my ears are in a wind tunnel or a vacuum, or I'm taking some amoxicillin right now. Could that be wax buildup?
Oh, easily. Yeah, it happens as we get older, too. Yeah, it could easily be wax buildup. RC, I got to go, man. If you can call back tomorrow, we can address this a little bit more. I apologize.
Okay.
That's only have about 20 seconds here. And then if we left you on hold, I apologize as well. Give us a call back on our next episode, and we'll get you first up. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have yourselves a wonderful, awesome, spectacular day. We will talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
We, the people, grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
It's no secret that government and big business buy in bulk and get huge discounts not available to the little guy. Until now. Introducing a breakthrough crowd buying website where people can join together, buy in bulk, and get massive discounts on millions of popular products. It's TogetherSave.com. TogetherSave.com. You can save 20, 30, or even 50% off tablets, smartphones, cars, appliances, textbooks, sports equipment, video games, and much more. All with free delivery. Check it out. TogetherSave.com. Visit now and start group buying today at TogetherSave.com.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425